Astroneer.
And
Astroneer, it's out on Switch now. Have you guys? Any of you guys played Astroneer before?
Yes.
Messed around a little bit.
Yeah. So it's like No Man's Sky light in a way. You're kind of building up bases, and you're constantly. There's a little bit of Minecraft. It's a little bit of everything kind of built into this, but it's not on the Switch.
It's like a Lego aesthetic.
Yeah, very much a Lego aesthetic. Because I played Astroneer before on PC or whatever, and I always liked this game. I think we even featured it like 8 years ago. We used to do the Screenshot Saturday when Astroneer was being developed, and we were one of the first folks to really kind of pick up on it. I still to this day do not like the controls in Astroneer, where you're before you get to any of this cool stuff that you're seeing there with ships and like jetpacks and all that kind of stuff. You have to build stuff in your area, and that means like going out and scavenging for parts and pieces and all that kind of stuff. That aspect of the game is mind-numbing, to say the least. I never liked it on the PC, and I don't necessarily love it here. I will say this: thankfully, Astroneer is apart from the controls, and I don't think this is native to the Switch as a problem, but apart from the controls, it's actually a fun game to just kind of pick up, play a little bit, and shut it down. Pick up, play a little bit, shut it down. It's built for that kind of style, but it doesn't hold my interest for more than like a half hour, which is a weird thing to say about a game because you don't have long spells of games, but the reason I say that is because it's very much a mission based. So it's like, hey, do 5 of these things, do 2, pick up 2 of these things, build this thing. That's sort of the structure of at least the initial part of this game. And because of that, once you clear out 1 or 2 of those missions, you're like, okay, I'm kind of done. I did my task for the day. It feels like a job. And I think that's what the game is. It's what space industry, I think, is the whole theme behind it. It really is you landing on a planet and you're doing tasks and you're kind of doing a job. There's some fun stuff if you get into it with other people. I think the joy of this game is to play co-op, and I think you can play 4-player co-op on the Switch. When you go solo, it's not nearly as interesting. So I'm just kind of hopeful that there are enough people out there that are willing to pick it up, because it's done well on, I don't know how well, but it's done enough on other platforms where there are player bases, and they've been doing a good job of updating it over time. But the task-centered side of things is a little more like a job, and I think that's what, again, doesn't necessarily turn me off, but limits how much time I want to spend in any given time with it. Like I said, half hour, 25 minutes, a half hour, and I'm kind of done. Maybe if I'm watching an episode of something on TV, Boba Fett or whatever. And that's it. I'm done playing Astroneer for the day or for a few days or for the week. And that's how it was on kind of other versions of this game. Thankfully, when you have it on a handheld platform like the Switch or the upcoming Steam Deck, I think it really does shine in those types of situations because of the structure of the game. And if you haven't played it, if you've got it, if you don't have it on PC or anything yet, and you're not picking up a Steam Deck anytime soon, because like who actually is going to get a Steam Deck anytime soon, because they're so back ordered. You're not going to get it till 2023. Pick it up for the Switch. It's the perfect type of platform is to have it off a big screen while you're doing something else and just kind of fiddling around and doing a job in space. And then you put it down and you're satisfied. So Legos in space with Minecraft, it's fine. It is what it is. And I hate describing anything. It's like, it is what it is, but it's as enjoyable as gardening when you have to garden instead of when you want to garden. Right, Taylor? You and we're big gardening. You're like, there are some days you're like, I want to be out and I want to look through the tomatoes. I want to see what's growing out there. I want to But then there are the other days where you're like, crap, I have a caterpillar infestation, so I go pick these bugs off each of my leaves, and I love my garden, and maybe I'll find a nice looking like tomato or an eggplant. But I don't want to be in there the whole time because I got other shit to do. But at least I'm outdoors and the weather's nice, and that's kind of what this game is. I'm picking caterpillars off of tomatoes, but at least I'm outdoors and the weather's nice. But that's basically it. Does that make sense? Long-winded way of saying.
I follow it.
I understand it. I don't think it's good, but I understand it.
Yeah. Okay. Good enough. Yeah. Anyways, Astroneer. It's work in space with a little bit of whimsy to it.
Space job.
So, I think in the 5 or 6 years since the game's released, we've gotten the genre has changed. The genre's been updated over time.
Yeah, the genre's gotten better.
The genre's gotten better. Yeah. No offense to Astroneer. When it launched in 2016 or whatever it was pretty cool because No Man's Sky had kind of just started to come back into understanding what it was. So it landed at the perfect time then. But now something like No Man's Sky has gone light years beyond what it was back then. And Astroneer has, again, the nature of the game has kind of kept it where it is. So, but yeah, there you go.
It didn't grow.
There you go.